So welcome to my new video. Our today's question is maximum average pass ratio. Okay, so there is a school or has the classes, and in each class we have number of students which are passed and total number of students. Okay, so this is the array in which every smaller array has a number of pass student and total number of student. Okay, this is 2D array, so every 1D array contains number of pass student and total number of pass student. Also you are given a extra students. These extra students are very much brilliant. They are guaranteed to pass. They are brilliant. They are guaranteed to pass. They can pass any exam, even the exam is hard. Okay, so you have to return the maximum average pass score of all the classes, and the pass ratio of the class is number of students which are passed divided by total number of students, and the average pass ratio is sum of the pass ratios of all the classes divided by number of classes, and return the maximum possible average pass ratio after assigning the extra student to. Okay, so let's see the first test case. These are the classes and extra students are 2. Okay, and how we are going to get the answer? We have to assign the all the student the first class. Okay, so if we give all the students to first class, the number of pass students become 3 and total students become 4. Okay, and the average pass ratio is 0.78333. Okay, we have to assign all the students to the first class. Let me explain you the question now. Okay, so this is the example. This is the example, right? So the pass ratio, we have to calculate pass ratio. Okay, so pass ratio for everyone is, every class is total pass number of pass student divided by total number of students. Okay, so the starting value is 1 2. Okay, so this is the our given example. The pass ratio is total number of pass student divided by total number. Okay, so this is nothing but 0.500. Okay, for second this is like 0.6, for third this is 1. Okay, and our average pass ratio is sum of all these values divided by 3. Okay, and this is nothing but 0.7. Okay, so by looking all these pass ratios, we have to increase this. Okay, we have to increase this. So anyone can tell we have to increase the smaller ratio to maximum. Okay, so but this is not right. Let me explain you why. Okay, but in all these ratio the smaller ratio is this. Okay, so if we add the okay, so we have also extra students. Okay, extra student is 2. Okay, so these are our extra student. So if we add our first extra student in the first class. Okay, so now our first class become 2, pass students is 2 and total becomes 3. Okay, so now our pass ratio becomes new pass ratio is 0.06667. Okay, 66667. This is same 0.066 and this is 1. Okay, so you can see, from this to this. Okay, now our new pass ratios become this. Okay, by looking that you say now we have to increase this value, but this is not right, because in our example we have to assign both the student to first class. And why this is failed? This value is smaller, but still this value gives our more like maximum answer. Why? Let me show you why. Even if this value is smaller, still we have to consider the maximum value. Why? Because let's see, we have two pass ratios 30 and 40. Okay, so what is average score is like addition of both divided by 2. Okay, so we have to divide every time, so we can do that later. Okay, so our score is 70. Okay, if we decided to add the students in our first class, the conditions are like that. Okay, so our pass ratio becomes 40. Okay, 40, and this is same. So our new total was 80, right, when we choose our first class. Okay, but if we choose our second class, this is the value is greater. Okay, but the conditions are like that. So our 40 added increased by, okay, so if we change this 30 becomes 30, the 40 the maximum values change by more number. Okay, this value only change by 10. Okay, the conditions are like that. Okay, let's just consider. Okay, 30 becomes 40 and 40 becomes 55. Okay, 55, so now total become 85. Okay, now you see this is 80. If we consider smaller value, and even if we consider the maximum value like greater value, our total increased. So we are just care about our total. We are not care about the individual value. We are to care about our total value. Okay, if our total value increase, our answer get increase. Okay, so this is the funda. Okay, so now let's see. So difference, the difference is the new PR ratio and pass ratio. The difference is nothing but 0.06667, right? Okay, so to let's understand this question now clearly. Okay, so our, if we consider to add one extra student to everyone. Okay, so now what's our PR ratio becomes? Okay, so if we add one student in first class, okay, the first class is like 1 comma 3, 1 comma 2. Okay, so our class becomes 2 and 3. Okay, so for 2 and 3, our pass ratio becomes how much? 0.6667, right? If we add 3.5, so our class become 4 and 5, right? For this, our class become 4 5, right? So for this, our pass ratio, what our pass ratio, no, this is like 4 and 6. Okay, so our pass ratio becomes 0. What? 0.66667. Okay, and if we add our in third class, so pass ratio doesn't change. Okay, and this is like new pass ratio. Okay, and previous was 0.5, 0.6, and this is 1. Okay, now you see, we don't care about the individual values, we care about the total sum. Total sum only increase if the difference is more. Okay, so what is the difference between these pass ratios? The difference is 0.06667, and the second class is 0. This is like 1. Okay, sorry, this is 1. 0.06667, and this is the difference is 0. Okay, if you add one student in first class, the gain was this. If you add one student in the second class, the gain was this. If you add one student in third class, the gain was 0. So which gain is maximum? First gain is maximum. So we are going to give our first extra student to the first class. Okay, so our extra student become 1. Okay, extra student is now 1. So we have to assign our extra student to 1. So these are student become 2 comma 3. Okay, so now we have to find out, again we have to find the ratios. Okay, pass ratios. Okay, the pass ratios are the current pass ratios. The current pass ratios are 0.6667. Okay, 6667, right? For this, pass ratio is 0.6, and for this is the pass ratio. Okay, if we add one student in every class, what is the next pass ratio? Next pass ratio is, if we add one student in next class, the first class becomes 3 comma 4, and this the next pass ratio is 0.75. Okay, if we add one student in second class, the new class becomes 4 and 6. The pass ratio becomes 0.66667, right? And this is the same. Okay, for third class, pass ratio is same. Okay, so now the difference, the gain, how much the gain is? Gain is 0.088, sorry, 0.8333. Okay, and for the next class, the gain is 0.06667, right? For this is the gain is 0. So even if this value, like let's see, all of this value is smaller, our gain, the maximum gain is given from first class. Okay, so this is why our approach was failed. To whichever pass ratio is smaller, we don't care about that, which class gives us a more difference, more gain. The first class gives us a more gain, that's why we are going to choose our first class. And now our extra students become 0. Okay, and we have to assign this value 3 comma 4, and our new pass ratios becomes, this is new pass ratios become 0.75. Okay, 75, these are our new pass ratios. Okay, and now our extra student 0, so we have to calculate average pass ratio. 0.75 plus 0.6 plus 1 divided by 3 gives us 0. What is the answer? 0.7833. Okay, 833. So that's how. So we only care about the max difference. Okay, because all of three values are getting increased. Okay, so that's why we are care about the difference. Okay, now let's understand how we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so for every iteration, for every zero, every extra student, we are calculating its next pass ratio. If we add one student in first class, if we add one student in second class, if we add one student in third class. Okay, so every time we are calculating, the next pass ratio. Okay, so we can take a like priority queue of heap, we can take maximum heap. Okay, because we want maximum difference first, that's why we are going to take a max. Okay, so now let's understand the code. So we are going to, we want our maximum, like the difference to be maximum, so that's why we are going to create a priority queue. Okay, max heap, priority queue of double array, because the answer is in the double. Okay, pq equal to new priority queue of a comma b, and we are trying to our like maximum difference, we want difference to be more, so we are going to our create our custom comparator on first index. Okay, so 0th index, that is nothing but double dot compare, compare of b of 0 minus a of 0. Okay, so that's how we are creating, and now we have to push all the values in our priority queue. Okay, int I. Okay, so array classes. So our how much, like first is pass. Okay, pass students are nothing but array of 0, and the total number of students are array of 1. Okay, array of 1. Okay, and the difference or the gain, you can say the gain is in the double. Okay, the gain is double, the you see in the tablet. Okay, double, the gain is nothing but find gain. We can create a function find gain, and we can pass our pass and total. So write, so let's write the gain. Okay, so double find gain, we are taking two values, pass and total. Okay, and that gain is nothing but, what is the gain? Okay, if we have to add one student in the class. Okay, so one student for class. Okay, so then our new pass become class plus 1 divided by our new total become total plus 1, right, minus this is our next pass ratio, mine divided by previous pass ratio is nothing but pass divided by total, this is our previous pass ratio. Okay, and these values we have to convert into double, and this is also convert, we have to convert into double. Okay, so we write the function, right? After that we have to insert into the priority queue. Okay, so pq dot offer new double of, we comparator on our first index, so we have to give us key into the first. Okay, gain, this is our new pass and this is our new total. Okay, if we add one student in this class, our gain is this much, right? So this statement defines that. Okay, so after that, now what? For now we have extra students. Okay, for every extra student we have to calculate. Okay, so while extra students are greater than 0, what we have to do, we have to take first element in the priority queue, whichever gain is maximum. Okay, so our priority queue gives a top element which has a maximum gain. Okay, so pq dot remove or poll, whatever. Okay, so this is top element, and what is the gain? The gain is nothing but the first element. Okay, and what we need to do now? Okay, so we have to change our priority queue. Okay, so our new int, like our pass becomes whatever top of pass, this is the first value plus 1. Okay, this is plus, because we are adding the one student in that class. Okay, and total becomes like a top of 2 plus 1, right? Now what we need to do, we have to insert this value again it into the priority queue, but before that we have to again calculate, if we add one student again in this class, what is our gain? Okay, so I have a like one task. So our gain is nothing but find gain. Gain is nothing but find find gain for our new pass and total. Okay, this is our new pass and total, and we have to again add this value in our priority queue. Okay, q dot offer, this is like same. Okay, this is like a same statement, right? And after that our extra students getting reduced because we are assigning it. Okay, and these values are double, so we have to convert it into the integer. Okay, now after that we have to traverse, and our priority queue result is nothing but 0, 0.0. Okay, so we have to traverse until our priority queue becomes empty. Okay, pq dot is empty. In our priority queue we assign our students to every classes. Okay, whichever gives us maximum gain we are assigned it. Okay, so now if we top is nothing but pq dot remove. Okay, pq dot remove, if we remove it, our gain is nothing but like result is top of 0, no, 1 divided by, this is like pass number of pass student divided by total number of student, this is like total number of student, and at the end we have to return result divided by classes. The average is average pass ratio is sum of the all pass ratios divided by number of classes, right? And the classes are nothing but classes dot length, right? So now let's see, and this is like a top, this is like double. Okay, this is double to be the double value, this is like array of double, and now what, this is double, this syntactical error, let's check syntactical error, double, right? So I think everything is right. Now let's try to run it. Okay, what they are saying, b 0 minus a of 0, let me think. So there are some syntactical mistake, I fixed it, so I forget to plus equal to, and all is fine. Okay, let's try to submit it. If you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, so accept it. Thank you so much for watching.